Right now, 44% of perimenopausal women report feeling persistently overwhelmed. It is a specific state of being simultaneously wired and exhausted. Your patience feels paper thin, and physical reactions to minor inconveniences are dialed to a 10. This specific tension originates in the neuroendocrine shifts unique to the midlife transition. For nearly half of all women, this state is a measurable, shared physiological reality, not an isolated failure of character. You may have noticed that standard behavioral advice, like taking a deep breath or practicing meditation, suddenly provides little release. Those techniques manage circumstantial stress, but they cannot reach the hardwired neurobiological shift you are currently experiencing. The underlying issue is a measurable change in neuroendocrine regulation occurring within the brain's circuitry. Attempting to treat a neurobiological shift with deep breathing is like trying to fix a hardware malfunction with a software update. A physical breakdown requires a physical intervention. This is the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, the HPA axis. It serves as your body's primary stress engine. Normally, estrogen acts as the biological shutoff switch for this system. Once a threat passes, it signals the HPA axis to stop producing cortisol. As estrogen levels fall and fluctuate irregularly during perimenopause, this critical shutdown mechanism weakens. Without that switch, cortisol stays elevated in the bloodstream much longer than normal. As the perimenopausal curve shows, the response peaks and then stubbornly plateaus rather than recovering. This keeps the nervous system primed for a threat even when none exists, shifting baseline reactivity. This is compounded by a second physiological misfire, the rapid decline of progesterone. Falling progesterone reduces the activity of GABA, the brain's primary calming neurotransmitter. As your progesterone levels drop, your internal calming signals drop with them. You're left with a biological deficit on two fronts: high cortisol acting as an accelerator, and low GABA, meaning you have lost your brakes. This biological misfire creates a continuous sleep disruption loop. Night sweats interrupt your rest, which spikes cortisol the next day. That elevated cortisol then makes it harder to sleep the following night. Because this loop is driven by a physiological feedback mechanism, where one night's cortisol spike guarantees the next, it effectively operates outside the reach of willpower. Repairing this internal misfire requires precise biological inputs to replace the regulatory components your body is no longer providing. L-theanine functions as an alpha wave accelerator. It addresses the excitatory surplus by modulating GABA and glutamate activity. It crosses the blood-brain barrier to increase alpha wave activity, promoting a state of relaxed alertness without causing drowsiness. Ashwagandha KSM66 acts as an HPA axis regulator. It patches the broken cortisol switch by reducing output directly at the adrenal level. Magnesium glycinate serves as a system stabilizer. Restoring your magnesium status supports proper neural signaling and smooth muscle relaxation. These adaptogenic tools functionally repair the body's stress response circuitry by targeting the underlying hormonal and neurotransmitter deficits. Bada Vive Tranquility unites these interventions into a single clinical tool designed to recalibrate the midlife stress response. It replaces persistent chaotic overwhelm with a steady baseline of relaxed alertness. Midlife calm is achieved by providing the body with the clinical science necessary to restore the still you.